and Steve will keep an eye on the door out there. Good morning, everybody. And we have one person online with us and possibly some more jumping in. I'm Scott Nielsen. I'm kind of got this bar of this camera in front of me. One of the coordinators here at Ames, and Elin is here as well, another fellow coordinator. There she is. And we have Dr. Steve Pauls with us, and we're going to do some game playing today. Just kind of by way of introduction or kind of starting off, we have snacks here. Make sure that you partake at any time. Don't feel like we have to wait for a break. We'll take a break in a little while. But anytime you feel like you need a cup of coffee or something to munch on, feel free to jump up and grab those. If you need restrooms, they are out the door, turn the left, and they're down in the corner, and possibly open. So you can even just go through this door and turn right, and there's restrooms right there. Those are definitely open. Yeah. Janine, joining us online, you're on your own on snacks and restroom, but you know, do what you need to do. So we are utilizing a Padlet today. And if you wanted to just grab your phones real quick and shoot this QR code. And what our Padlet looks like is, oh, I told you shoot the QR code and then I took it away, but I'll go back to that in just a second. But there's different boards here. And we're going to focus on this board that says generating glorious games. I've got a couple of questions already preloaded in there, but we'll come back to that. There's the QR code if you want to take a peek there, or you could just enter that bit.ly link if you're on a laptop. I'll come back to this in just a second. Our theme today, of course, is games, and we're going to start by playing some games. We're going to play 3 games, one called Dots and Boxes, which I learned long time ago when I was a little kid. A lot of people know that one, but in case you don't, we'll reintroduce it. We're going to play some tic-tac-toe, but we're going to ramp it up and play ultimate tic-tac-toe, and then play a game called Dandelions. And we're going to have a little conversation about what makes a good game. And then we're actually going to take a swing at designing a game. So hopefully today, by the time we're done, we will at least have started an idea on a game. And if it all goes right, we'll actually have a done game, a finished game, and we'll actually play it and play test it. If not, I've got one more game in my back pocket that we can play, just in case. But I have hope. I have hope that we're gonna do well. So we can't go very much further without calling attention to this book. And some of you guys have already taken a peek at this, but this is called Math Games with Bad Drawings, and it's by Ben Orlin. And this is where those 3 games came from. Ben was a high school math teacher, and through encouragement from his colleagues and students, started writing some different books, and then he came across just playing games with math. I know a lot of people get a little scared when they hear math, but really any game we play has math in it. Anytime you roll dice, you're doing numbers, it's math. Anytime you're moving a peg on a board, you're doing math. So anyway, I just wanted to call out and give credit where credit is due, that the 3 games that we'll play today are out of there. And I highly recommend this book. It's really interesting. He dives very deeply into the mathematics behind these games, why it matters, kind of where it comes from, goes into some history, and even some kind of forward thinking about what's going to happen with the application of these concepts. So let's start, as we think about games, go to the Padlet, and we can maybe just have conversation around the room here. But if you would, on the Padlet, there's that first question of what's a favorite childhood game? Something you played a lot as a kid, any kind of game. Doesn't have to be a board game, could be an outside physical game. You know, I played a lot of tag and freeze tag and that kind of stuff, dodgeball. And then if you go to the Padlet, and that's why the QR code is back in the middle of the screen there. And the first question is, you know, what was a childhood game? And there's, if you just click down below where it says add a comment, and if you can just put in there what your favorite childhood game was. And then let's think a little bit more deeply too about what's maybe something you learned from playing that game. So you'll see on the Padlet there that I put a game that we played a lot was Trouble. And that's the one where it has kind of the poppy, the poppy dice in the middle of the board. And I know that playing that lots, along with other games that involve dice, I just learned how to recognize the numbers on dice. Like, I don't have to count the dots. I just know when a 5 pops up, it looks like a 5, I just say 5. And so just familiarity, there's the word, with numbers and dice and adding things together real quickly, I think came from just playing that game. And then I also learned that my brother was out to get me. I want to take a peek at that Padlet and enter that in. And then because we're kind of a smaller group, does anybody just, if you're done typing, and because I haven't jumped back over to the Padlet, just call out what was a game you played a lot as a child?
I put Connect Four.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I put tag.
Tag, yeah. Any particular kind? I mean, there's a million versions of tag, but.
Well, we played every variation,
Mhm.
just learning to run fast. And learn how to strategically maneuver your movements and where to be when you all start breaking away and whatever.
Right. There's a lot of spatial thinking in that. You know, moving across a 2-dimensional plane, how to avoid other people, where to be in relationship to other people, a lot of spatial thinking.
Tetherball was not my favorite because I was the shorter kid.
Yeah, I was never a fan of the tetherball. Checkers.
Versus my grandfather.
Ah, okay. Anybody else?
Our family game was a game called Pounce.
Hmm.
It's kind of like it's like solitaire, but it's like on a general thing, and the object is trying to get rid of your cards.
Okay, yeah.
So you could have as many people as possible. So it was usually a family gathering, so cousins, uncles, aunts, and it's kind of based on your visual speed as well as how fast you can throw it down. And then also you'll see that somebody has a card, and once they put that down, then all of a sudden you can throw all your cards.
Gotcha.
You have to use one card at a time, so if there's, physical dexterity, but it's pretty fun.
And everybody has their own deck, right?
Yes,
Yeah, so
everybody has
you
their
have
own
all these cards, all.
Yeah. You can't have the same back. Because then
Right,
it's
right.
hard to count up the cards at the
Oh,
end.
right.
So,
Sounds like, what's the one, spoons? Or
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
we played one called Slapjack that
Oh, yeah,
sounds kind of
spit,
similar to that.
yeah.
Yeah, spit. All these great, but was one called Garbage. It's all these real positive names for games, right?
Oh, so.
Anybody else? What's a game you play? Elin, what's a game you guys played?
My grandparents taught my sister and I how to play dominoes.
Oh,
So
okay.
whenever we go to their house, we play dominoes and that was fun. Definitely. Like the dice, the dominoes, learn,
Hmm.
recognize the numbers and keeping score. We had the little pegboard, which was fun. We always would fight over who would turn, move the little,
Uh,
and that was, in terms of counting, thinking about whether you, when you, like if somebody got 5 points, putting like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like learning how to put it on that fifth one instead of the one, yeah, so it was fun. I used to love it. It's great.
Similar to that, from my grandfather, we played a lot of cribbage. Anybody ever played cribbage? It's a weird card game. I call it the platypus of card games. It's just a whole lot of, it's like fruitcake. Like we got a little bit of this stuff, just throw it in there, we'll make a game out of it. And there's pegging on a board and
Yeah,
going
yeah.
around and counting and adding 15s and pairs and runs, and it's just kind of weird. And as soon as you think you know all the rules, Grandpa says, "Oh, but there's this other one rule." And so yeah, that was a lot of fun. Probably I learned a lot of math from that too. Just adding cards, knowing which combinations make what.
And I think it's called, my aunt made us play this game called Mastermind, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Where there was a 4-sequence.
Right.
But we could see it, but you're calling out things and then they would say you got this right or wrong, but.
Right, like you've got the right color, but it's in the wrong place. Yeah.
So that was a kind of, my cousins and I, we would play with my aunt because she would have some prize for us. And
Oh,
I
okay.
think her thoughts was she was trying to teach us to be, kind of rationally and logically
Right.
deducting things.
Yeah. Do you guys do Wordle? And is Wordle's like, because Wordle basically is Mastermind with words.
Wow.
It is pretty much the same thing. Like you've got this letter, but it's in the wrong spot. Or this letter's in the right spot. Or this letter doesn't exist in this word. It's pretty much the same thing. Great. All right, well, thanks for sharing. And let's start playing some games. So the first one is called Dots and Boxes. And I think what we're going to do is Ethan and I will kind of demonstrate the game if you've never played this before. You'll want to find a partner to play with. So, oops, and you need a pencil. You and your partner need a pencil. So grab one out of those.
Can we play 3 on that?
Yeah, actually you can. There's no reason you cannot play with more people. I've only done it with 2, but
Let's see.
thinking about it, I don't think there's a reason you can't do it with 3 or 4. Yeah, Steve will.
Try with 2 first, and then we'll see
Yeah.
how they change.
Yeah.
to 3.
It's like, oh, Pente was another one. You ever play
Right,
Pente? It's a marble, kind of like a Go,
Oh.
easier version of Go.
There it is. Okay.
But it's
I'm just figuring out how to share my camera here.
with the strategy drastically.
There we go. Okay.
It's not like.
It's based on 4 in a row, or if you have captures. So
Okay.
So in your on your table, I think you guys have already found it. You and your partner need the dot and boxes template. So the nice thing about this game and the other ones we're playing, there's really nothing magic about this template. You can just draw a grid of dots anywhere you are on any kind of piece of paper. This just makes it easy because it's already done. On this template, there's a 6x6 grid and a 10x10 grid. We'll start just on the 6x6 just to make it easy. And so the way you play is when it's your turn and you just alternate turns back and forth, you connect any two dots with a vertical or a horizontal line. Don't draw any diagonal lines, only vertical or horizontal. And so I'll draw a line there, and then Elin's turn is to draw a line in between any two boxes or any two dots. And the object of the game is to claim territory by completing a box. And so, for instance, if I drew a line here, then Elin can complete that box, and then she puts her initial inside the box. Okay, it's hers, right? And when you complete a box, you get another turn.
Ooh.
And so you just kind of keep going. The first part of the game is a little bit tedious, but then you start looking for, where can I draw a line and not give my opponent a place to complete a box? And so we can just kind of keep filling up the squares here. And so then something like this can happen also. So like, let's say I make a mistake and I fill in this box, or I fill in that space, then Elin can take that box.
That's a good move.
It's good for Elin, right? But then she can continue. She gets a turn every time she completes a box. So I kind of started a chain reaction by giving Elin a whole lot of boxes to make. Okay. And then at the end of the game, you just count up, and I didn't have any so far. We're not going to play the whole game, just to kind of show you how to play. But then at the end of the game, you count up who has the most squares, and whoever has the most squares wins. And by squares, it has to be a small square. So if you complete like a large square like this, that's not, you don't get all four of those. It has to be a smaller square. Okay. So that's dots and boxes. So you and your partner go ahead and play. And you want to go ahead and play a real game here?
Sure.
I've played this with students, and one thing they kind of typically do is they feel, especially younger students, they feel like they have to make their line connect to their opponent's line. But really the lines can go anywhere on the page.
I'm winning.
And kind of fun, a fun thing about this game is, especially when you get down to where there's not a whole lot of moves left,
Oh my gosh.
you could be winning, and then all of a sudden your opponent takes up half the grid on a chain reaction kind of thing.
You always get me.
I go, wait, what?
Let's see, I'm gonna check.
You're gonna lose, I already know that.
Ooh, trash talk.
I don't know if you guys saw Janine shared in the chat. She said, my grandfather used to bring a jar of coins to divide with us kids. Then we'd play blackjack and he would win all the money back.
That's great.
At least he provided the money up front. That's pretty good.
Then he left for the casino.
That's right, yeah. actually works out good with you being left-handed, huh? You can sit on that side.
There's definitely a cascade effect.
Yeah.
At some point, it becomes trying to pick the best ad option.
Yeah, the
Right. The lesser of any, lesser of two evils.
I'll put you up.
Oh.
You's got me.
Oh, no. Sometimes you have to give up one so you don't give up many.
Right.
It's now you got it.
Yeah, we get, because that was going this direction was the best option for me.
Yeah.
I think we're.
So,
It'll lose.
we're
It doesn't matter. Here, I can be the blank one. You can be the one with something in there.
I just like to see. Where's your last one?
You're talking about me, the
I know, I don't know what happened.
kid.
Yeah, that's looking pretty good. That's looking pretty good.
It's probably gonna be a tie.
Yeah.
So we get 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Now I have to give you some.
8.
No, I messed up.
Well, right.
Oh, still my turn. I was looking for where I could go and cause the least amount of damage.
No, I was trying to think of a way that would force you
I
to.
think I actually might lose.
Yeah,
there was no one in the
Yeah, there's nothing else, yeah.
my crucial move was right here because if I hadn't, if I used any other one, that would have set me off on the odd side, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. You let me win because I'm old. It's payback for all the time that they.
I know, I was not, I
Yeah.
didn't see.
Yeah. So I think that maybe I've just played enough. I actually learned this from a friend. I kind of grew up going to church. And so during long, boring sermons, we would play this. So, and our parents didn't mind because it kept us quiet. So anyway, so there's a block here. There's a block kind of here, and you gave me that one. So I was hoping you wouldn't go up there. Maybe those. Is anybody gonna try the 10 by 10? We would get nutty too. We'd make like these huge grids and right.
I know why we do it so well.
Pastor looks like he's going long. Let's add some more to the grid.
We sneak in our own grids. Church.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Your own grid paper, like
Yeah.
grid, yeah.
Right on. There we go.
Yeah, I think he won that.
I think so, yeah. That's all right. Good deal. So that's dots and boxes. So I am curious what it would be like. And maybe Steve, maybe if you jumped over here real quick with one of your grids, what would it be like to play with 3? I've never played with 3. Or why don't you guys, either why don't you go join them and use a different template, And maybe the three of you play. And let's just do a quick trial real quick. What's it like to play with three? Is there a second one?
He's the strategist, so we better be careful.
That's what's so fun is that the rule, in many of these games, the rules go out the window. But the strategy goes. For two, it does not. Three. Play our own game, let's see, is it my turn?
Yeah.
Play your own game until somebody gets hurt. Go right there.
I know. It's who goes next.
Janine, if you wanted to, while you're online, if there is a way, I'm trying to think of a way that you and I could play this game on separate boards. If I put a board down here, you could see what I did and copy my moves, but then if you made a move and maybe,
Online dots and boxes.
oh, nice, okay,
Well, Scott.
there we go.
Going to San Jose State, in which he's.
Oh, look at that.
Change the variables on that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like that. And then can we play virtually?
program for the first 2 years and.
Seems like it'd be hard for us both to control the same website, huh?
How's that? He's getting excited.
Nobody's running around.
Yeah.
Oh, it's me against the machine. Okay,
First year and a half was art, so painting and drawing and
Janine, thanks for sharing that. That's awesome. So Janine just shared with us a virtual dots and boxes where you play against a computer.
On one person.
You can play two people on the same.
Claim the whole board. It'll all be S's on your.
Oh, okay.
So.
So where do I
The
go?
second option there, you can uncheck.
overtime, football, whoever gets the ball.
Oh, okay. Oh, it blew it up.
Now you have two human players.
Oh, but we have to be in the same room. Yeah, okay, gotcha. I was hoping that maybe I could play Janine somehow, but doesn't seem to be.
I was gonna say, is there an app?
Well, there's a online version.
Okay.
So I'm playing
And there is with the tic-tac-toe.
sure. Oh, the ultimate.
Yep.
Yeah.
I downloaded, our kids and I downloaded it.
Sounds like a Zoom app that needs to be developed as a
Right.
collaborative dots and boxes game.
Okay, I think I'm gonna lose hard against the machine here. There it is, boom, gone, 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 gone.
Yeah, right. Careful.
Oh, okay, and then you can change variables.
Yeah. So you
Thanks,
can-
Janine, for sharing this. This is great.
you can name-
I have
you
no
can-
strategy.
Yeah, you can make it
Just-
bigger, significantly larger, significantly smaller.
Oh.
And make a flippant move here and then it's gonna.
It's interesting. I can see the pattern. It's kind of trying to kick in.
It's pretty safe right now. Pretty much anything we do, it's not.
It just wants to keep making vertical lines in a pattern. Yeah,
That's the computer?
the computer, yeah.
Wait, I just did.
Well, that's
one.
not-
Or taking it.
Yeah, that's boring.
No,
Right?
Let's get some AI in this thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like there's probably a pretty simple algorithm you could
okay,
follow.
without the other.
I wonder if you could trick it just to be in one, just to be in one spot or something like that.
Yeah, it's just moving left to right, top to bottom, filling in any possible move. Kind of just following an algorithm, it looks like.
Using the math.
Well, I mean, the reality is like in the early game, there's not a ton of strategy.
No, there-
At some
yeah,
point, the strategy kicks in.
right.
Be fun to shake it.
I know. It's like, oh, okay.
So fun thing to ask also, and I'm kind of thinking about it now, playing this machine is, does it matter whose goes first? Like if all players made optimal moves, does it matter who goes first? Oh, Janine says she lost
Oh,
too.
you guys
Yeah.
are breaking away now.
How's it going with 3? Is it kind of working out
We
okay?
currently have 2 quadrants. We're just trying to figure out who has to go next.
Oh.
Short-term
Gotcha.
memory.
Nice.
Your turn. Oh, it's my turn.
Oh, okay.
I keep wanting to make 3 sides.
Let me see.
Yeah.
But you ran out of thoughts.
So-
What's that?
I'm talking about Nolan, is what San Jose.
Mhm.
They came down with my brother-in-law and family for Thanksgiving. And they had a Tesla stopped at Casa to fill up
Mm.
10 o'clock at night.
Is there a
And-
backup of charging?
No, they were able to get in, but Nolan took their cat with them. And so let their cat out to the on a leash. The cat got away
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Not good.
and ran up a tree at Casa.
No.
So I get this call from my brother-in-law. He says, what am I supposed to do?
Open a cat. Thinking of that.
But you're stuck.
Well, I was thinking of that, Steve Martin, that
Crushed again.
thing on, he did a modern version, Sarah Bergerac. And he just opened a can of tuna and it came down. I guess you could try that one.
All right. Well, you guys almost close to done? No?
The house of cards.
Yeah.
It's getting close.
How does it feel different playing with 3? Just curious.
Strategy.
Up to this
Same.
point, it's the same.
Yeah.
It's no longer a 50-50 game.
Yeah.
Right.
It's very.
Right, where it really changes is once
Once it gets going.
everything's
But I
filled.
think
Yeah.
we're setting it up so that once the person completes one square, it's just gonna be.
Oh, no, it's my turn.
It's gonna be a landslide.
There's this section.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's this section and then there's that section. So it'll be,
Yeah, with 2 halves.
yeah.
Scott, it just dawned on me, future reference for
Mhm.
virtual interaction
Mhm.
like this. And you can throw up a template in a whiteboard.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And you can each annotate on it.
Sure. Yeah.
That would be a way.
Okay. I think we can even do that on our next game. That wouldn't be hard to do. Okay.
It will be a matter
It's coming down.
Oh.
It's-
We're still learning the best ways to break down the virtual wall, right?
It was very close. Steve's gonna pull the plug on this.
Someone's only gonna get one, someone's only gonna get 2.
In fact, I might do that right now.
Okay, so now the rubber hits the road.
Oh, man.
We still got a couple more. Sure.
You got a good option. I think.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the goat.
Yeah, I'm trying to,
By goat, you don't mean greatest of all time, right? Okay. How do I get to whiteboard? Can I get to whiteboard inside?
You can.
all right, I'm gonna help you.
Stop share. Oh, yeah, just go to whiteboards. There we go.
We still got like 3 more turns.
So if I create a new whiteboard,
Really?
Yeah.
I'll do collaborating. I'll
We take the
create,
bait. I want at least, hang on, hang on.
I know, yeah, you could leave that hanging there,
Yeah.
all right.
and you don't have to take the bait, right?
Yeah, so Janine, I just started a whiteboard.
See her on there.
Yeah, and I see you in there. Good deal. So I'm gonna create, let's see if while they're finishing up their games, I'm gonna create a template. I'm gonna create a game board for our next game.
Oh, no, that's right. That's what I wanted.
Okay.
And then once we get going, you and I can play while they play.
I've got 2 more turns that I can see.
Yeah, I got at least 2.
And 3, there's 3 of Dilly Dally. 4,
And there's a few.
and there's 4.
Like, that's all.
5.
I know, I'm not.
Since it's all just a bunch of straight lines, this would be pretty easy to do. Are you doing something, Chris?
Yeah.
Okay.
Need to bear when you cut off.
Not possible to copy paste?
I was
Did you say
trying to see if you could.
6 or no?
No, nothing, no, we-
Copy? Oh, this
Yeah,
copy
I
is
know.
in.
Oh, okay, so preschool.
I think I said
Boom, perfect. All right. Won't be the prettiest game board, but it'll work.
Last line. Where do you put it so it causes the least damage?
Well, you could, well, I guess you could get at least 1 more square. Or 2 more squares.
You can think of it like water. Where do you put it so that it causes the least amount of flow to everywhere else?
Potential.
Yeah,
We've built a lot of potential.
yeah.
We're just gonna have to pull their thumb out of the dam.
Yeah.
Having just watched the movie Oppenheimer, it is interesting to think about chain reactions and
Got 1 more.
Is my turn?
Yeah.
lock that then. Yeah, so Janine, I see you in that whiteboard template. So if you go over to the side and grab a pen, then we can actually notate on here, right? And you can as well.
No worry, it's not the object of will. It's the shot.
That was my,
Oh.
that was my safe line.
There is, oh shoot, no, never mind.
I think I'm out of safe. Okay, well, I can. Oh, yeah, why don't I do that?
There you go.
I can do that.
Yeah. So once we learn how to play, then we can come back into this space and we'll play. Awesome.
You can do good ones, then you get.
Erase these guys.
Oh, we only got 1 box of people in that area.
You should save the blank one. So that if you end up playing more than 1 game.
Yeah. How do you save?
I would just say like if you can select all. and
Select
just
all.
save Another,
Oh, but it's locked. I have to unlock it.
save another, like a blank version off to the side.
But I think just the fact that it's locked. If I put a line there and then do a select, I can select everything that's been drawn on it and delete it.
Okay.
That'll work. Yeah.
You're
You know.
very close track. I don't know if there's another.
Okay, I'm gonna give you 2 minutes. And then we're gonna move on to our next game.
Oh, man.
I want something.
Although pulling the rug out from underneath you at the end of the game isn't necessarily fair, so I'll let you finish.
And we can finish it up after it's done.
Yeah, fair, true.
Okay, well,
It's all gonna collapse here in a moment.
I think Steve's gonna win. Already, I think I'm predicting.
I don't know.
Oh, there's still a couple
Tell
hours.
you what, while you're doing that, I'm gonna move that over on our whiteboard.
Why don't you do that? You could have done.
Yeah, and Scott, if there was more than just Janine online, then.
Yeah, if you did this, you could have
Partner
done
people
that,
and Have
and
them be
that.
on different
You
parts of
were
the
one.
board.
Right, right. Oh, yeah. Awesome. Very true. And I could create frames and we can move around from frame to frame depending on which game we're doing.
Yep.
Yeah,
We're learning.
we're learning. Catching up with Zoom's thinking.
Yeah.
What can I
Maybe
get,
it
though?
was not
There's
so
nothing
bad,
can't
but
get.
I think more than 3, then I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a little.
I closed that, but if I go back to it, it should still be there, right? Yeah, okay, good. Oh, did you already name it? Did you name it? Okay, it just got named.
Nice.
Yeah, it got named based on the
Since it was open in the meeting.
in the meeting, yeah. Right, nice. Okay.
All
All right, who won over there? Who won? Did you guys finish?
Yeah, I think. On the end, yeah. No, we didn't count.
Oh, okay, okay.
Well, I did this one, right? Then I get,
Yeah.
then
Yeah, I
I
think
completed
mine
2
too.
squares. Just kidding.
But you can play with.
You can play. Yeah, I didn't seem like there was any reason you couldn't play with 3.
What's interesting is now we're at the point where you can see the cascade.
Yeah.
Or the areas that will. Wildfire.
All right, you guys almost done?
We're like
Once we
3
get
moves away from it all going away.
Okay, all right. Well, make sure you remember whose turn it is, because that, okay, Steve's turn. All right, so our next game is Ultimate Tic-Tac-Toe. So I think everybody's played tic-tac-toe, right? And tic-tac-toe turns out to be kind of a pointless game because once you learn just a few simple rules and a few strategy things, every game will turn out to be tied, right? It's kind of turns into an unwinnable game, which was the theme of, what was the movie in the 80s? War Games with Matthew Broderick, right? Where they set a supercomputer to play tic-tac-toe against itself to stop nuclear annihilation of the planet. So if you haven't seen War Games, go watch it. But anyway, so Ultimate Tic-Tac-Toe is, and Ela and I will kind of demonstrate how to play. And this is a game that gets pretty intense also once you get into it, kind of like the dots and boxes. So the game board is made up of a giant or a large tic-tac-toe grid. And each square inside the grid has a miniature tic-tac-toe game. Okay, so the rules are pretty much the same, that you want to win a game by getting 3 X's or O's in a row, either horizontally, vertically, or diagonally. The added level is that you're playing 2 levels of tic-tac-toe at the same time. So what we mean is you're going to play a tic-tac-toe on each of the mini grids. And if you win the mini grid, then you have won that section. But the goal is to win 3 mini grids in a row either horizontally or vertically or diagonally. Okay. Now the catch is when you're playing, you're actually dictating where your opponent has to play next, because each little mini grid serves as a map for the giant grid. So here's what I mean by that. So we'll just start playing and you'll kind of see how it goes. So if my first move, let's say my first move is, and I'll be X's. If I make my first move over here on the side, so this mini grid now is a map for the giant grid. And what, by placing my X here, Elin now has to make her move in the upper right-hand corner of the big grid, or upper left-hand corner. So she has to move somewhere in this space.
Could be any space, but it has to be in that quadrant.
Has to be in that part of the grid.
And then, you and like have to take the.
So now that she has moved in the bottom left-hand corner here, now I have to, my next move has to be on this mini grid in the bottom left-hand corner of the big grid. That makes sense? So we're kind of working on two different levels all the time at the same time.
Playing 9 games at once.
Right. So let's say, for example, I go here in the middle. Now she has to go in the middle. Now just for example's sake, if she moves in the middle, now I have to stay there. So my next move also has to be in the middle grid here. So if I go maybe up here, now she has to move in the upper right-hand corner. Okay, so now she has sent me back to the middle again. And if I move here, now she has to go up here.
So she wouldn't want to pick the center square there. Because
Exactly. So now, yeah, so now you start thinking not only where do I want to move on the grid so I can win the mini game, but also I have to be careful where I'm sending my opponent next. Okay, so she's gone up here, so she's keeping me in this location. So I'll probably, of course, go here to block her from winning that mini game. So now she's over here. Now just for example's sake, if you move to the middle again here. Okay, so she has sent me here and I can go here. Now I have won the first game. Okay, so now
now completely gone.
right, so great question. So now what happens? So I went here, so she goes here. So she has to move, I went in the top center, so she has to move in the top center.
And what if she plays in the middle?
So if she had played in the middle, sending me back to the middle, if you get sent to a mini grid that's already been won, you can go anywhere you want. So you have to be very careful to, you likely don't want to send your opponent to a mini grid that's already been won, because then they can move anywhere on the board they want to. Okay, that's ultimate tic-tac-toe. So it takes that one simple game that turns out to be kind of pointless, and it ramps it up really, really fast. All right. Any questions about that? Okay, so you want to try it? All right, give it a whirl. And then Janine, if you want to.
We got another person on.
as well. There's Jerry who just joined us.
Oh.
So you can, me and Jerry do the whiteboard.
All right, well, hello, Jerry. And was Jerry, were you here long enough to get all of the instructions?
I just picked up on the tic-tac-toe.
Okay, but did you hear all the explanation for how to play that?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, so I'm opening up a whiteboard on Zoom here, and I think you can both see that. So I see Janine in the whiteboard, and I'm not sure if I see Jerry yet. Oh yeah, there's Jerry. And so Jared, if you see the whiteboard there, if you and Janine want to play on that whiteboard, it's a poorly drawn tic-tac-toe grid, but it still works. So there should be some controls off to the left-hand side. I don't think you're actually seeing them in my screen share. But there should be a template over there where you can both grab a pen and then you could do some marking on the grid there.
Okay, I can't get, I don't think I'm in the whiteboard. Let
I
me see.
see your name in the participants list, but I don't see your arrow kind of moving around.
No. Is there a link I need to go to open the whiteboard?
No, shouldn't be.
I can see it on the screen.
Yeah. Okay. I see your arrow. So what there it is. You just, so the grid is actually to the left of where you are moving around.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Now you're on it. You see it now?
I can't see my movement though. I can see the grid. I can see your name and Jamie's,
Okay.
Jamie's name, but I don't see mine.
Did you click on the pen, Jerry?
Oh, nope, I did not.
Maybe that's why.
That might be it.
Here, let's do this. I'm pulling
Oh, here we go.
There you go. You just made a mark below the game board.
I did, yes.
Okay. So if you wanted to, and just I'll play ultimate referee here, and Janine, you go first, and you be X's.
Can we shift the board over a little, or is it going to stay over to the left side of my board?
You should be able to move the board however you want. So if you just if you do a left click, no, that's not it. Do a right click, and it gives you a little fist, and you can drag the board however you want. And then you can also pinch and zoom in and out however you want. So you're in control of the board however you want it to be.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So even like I'm moving the board around quite a bit, but I can see in my screen share it's not moving. So okay, so Janine just moved in the upper left-hand corner of the center mini game. So then Jerry, you would need to
Upper left-hand corner.
you have to move somewhere up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not quite in there.
You know
It's
what
a
you
little
could
hard.
do if you wanted? You could go over to the shapes and just grab a circle.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Just put a circle there like that,
Great idea.
which I just did for you.
Pen's a little challenging.
Yeah. Yeah, especially if you're like on a trackpad or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a little big, but yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that's the real game, is trying to be coordinated on this computer.
That's right. And I'm on a laptop right now, so it's making it a little more challenging using the mouse with it. So where if I had a pencil, it might be easier. Is that good enough there? It's kind of big still, huh?
Let's see. Can I move it? I'm not sure if I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I can help you. There you go. I got it in the middle now.
Okay, and I need to enlarge it a little bit. Seems a little small for me. There we go.
I think you're okay. So Jerry, you moved in the center square. So you sent Janine back to the center, and she has now moved
Oh, that probably wasn't smart.
bottom right hand.
Okay.
And so
All
now
right.
you need to move somewhere down in the bottom right hand grid.
Correct. Okay. I have to move in the
I think
bottom
you guys
right
got it.
hand
So
grid.
I'll bow out, and you guys keep playing.
Okay.
I'm gonna go grab a bagel.
So I want to do my shape again. See if I can.
This one. Okay.
Oops. Let's move one of those over here.
Okay.
You
Oh,
just,
it's- So it's an upper right. I have to come up to the upper right grid.
We're kind of poking along.
it's confusing. It's like two,
Oops,
yeah.
what did I do? Darn it.
This one?
My brain literally being activated that doesn't usually get activated.
The spatial part of your brain.
Almost feel it in my head.
Sorry, my maneuvering is a little challenging. Okay, so.
Well, I took the easy shape.
Okay, so if I go to the, nope, I want to go here. Yeah, it's challenging thinking of all these grids at the same time.
Oh, why did I do that?
Okay, middle, we need to the middle, okay.
So you're in the middle.
Correct, got it.
Okay.
Again, I'm maneuvering my shapes here. What's the best way to do it?
What did I just do? There we go. I don't know what that's.
Nope, I thought I copied it. Let me see if I could copy that one and then I wanted to paste it again. Hmm. Sorry, I'm just having more issues with the shape itself.
Oh, that's okay. I'm trying to figure out how to
Okay,
set my
so
screen.
I am in the what grid am I in now? I'm in the
In the middle.
middle grid. Okay, so I want to go there.
Yep. Okay, so you put me there too.
This one too. Okay. In the same part.
Okay. So I want to get you out of the middle, right? So I want to go and upper right.
Yes.
Put here.
You got that hole, so you get to put it big,
Oh,
big
X.
big X.
Where do I want to put you? I guess over here.
I'm in the lower right. Okay.
Every block
Ooh,
is
not close.
four rectangles, 5 rectangles, and every rectangle, well, you
Because
have.
then if she were to close this one.
You have one, yes, you have 4.
Okay. So.
Oh shoot. See, it's hard. I have a hard enough challenge with one board. So yes, very good.
Well, I don't know where you go next. If I, oh, wait a minute. No. Okay. So I put right here. So you're in the upper
Upper one then. Okay.
upper middle.
Upper middle. Okay.
Do this one? Is it this one? I think so.
So all of the faces on that you get sent over there.
Oh, to this.
Okay.
Oh, this is really good brain exercise.
To match those.
To be able to match.
Okay. So I'm in the lower box again. Okay.
Okay, level 1 and 2
Lower.
cards.
Don't want to be in the lower one. I gotta think about where we are. It blocks my little screen here. Darn, I can't get it in there. Give me a second because it's blocking the little pat. There we go. That's where I want to go.
Okay. I do not want to go there. Huh.
This is a good one.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that.
Okay, upper right.
Just before you- My sister and my mom played it.
I don't-
Definitely.
Is this top one here?
Or anywhere in that top one.
And this one? Okay.
For small X's, you could do the forward
Okay.
Mhm.
with the big X's. But just
So lower right, so I can go and block you.
You have to be in here somewhere, yeah.
square. Yes.
So I'm over here.
Closed one,
So
so then you
then-
can go anywhere you want.
Do the,
Don't want to do that.
you would
I
read
don't
that.
want to do that. I don't want to do that. Oh dear. I don't want to do anything.
Oh.
Set up.
Yeah, okay.
no.
That one.
Oh.
Hold on, I get to go.
I looked away. Did you move anywhere? Put anything?
I'm in the wait a minute. Where did I go? Right. I think it was the bottom right. Yeah, bottom right, because here I am.
Lower right? Okay, lower right. Okay, so I'm over here. Right.
I'm like, no, she set up pretty good in 3 of the squares. It leaves me very limited.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works really well.
They're playing.
Because then you can, like, if there was.
No, I don't want to do that. Sir Eraser.
We're probably gonna be sending each other back to the.
Because
if I go here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's like, yeah, you.
So they could talk directly.
I don't know. How do you undo that? Huh?
No. I think I went back to.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, there's a little undo on the lower right, I think. You want to click there.
Right.
I don't see it.
No?
Anywhere sent
No,
there.
it's through them all.
I can see it on my screen. That's okay. I'll consider you not there.
Okay.
Okay, because
Oh,
you
I
got
didn't
one
notice
there,
that.
you got one there, you got one everywhere.
He was too comedy. He was looking at his phones in between my moves.
Set me up on a split like that.
That was a good one.
Okay.
That was a good choice.
Three squares.
So I'm left middle.
You got one strategy figured out, and then all of a sudden you're.
Now my dad wanted.
Oh, yeah, the doors start closing. You go, oh, all right, I got this.
Oh, shoot, I can't, can you,
Kesterson.
can you not go there if that is a win square, or can you still use that square?
That means I can go anywhere, so you might want to delete that.
Oh, darn it.
Is there, I don't know how you undo that, but
That's okay. That's the name of the game. Pay attention. So when there's a tic-tac-toe in a square, then that's just, you basically choose to go anywhere. I don't think I picked up on that one, but that's okay.
oh my goodness, this is so hard.
I thought you would have taken this one. I thought you would take that one. Like center, yeah, I know, so I was like, oh. Then
I saw
wait, it's gonna
double
go back,
check.
and you get to.
I've never seen that.
I was thinking of 4.
I don't know. Oh, I guess I could have gotten there, but that's okay.
Upper right. So right, the same box, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was a very good choice.
Well, I didn't know. I'm like, I could get tic-tac-toe, but then where does that leave you? Because I was like, oh, she'll get tic-tac-toe if I put anything anywhere.
It gets more challenging, doesn't it? But then I think I just messed up.
Yeah.
Where?
But now you're gonna get it anyway because I went for the tic-tac-toe. Okay, so you got you can go
Okay.
back to your upper
So this
left.
one can go over here. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Next week, right? Or
And
There
this
you go.
one's-
Now you get put a big 0 or a big circle there.
13th?
So they were interested in that.
Okay.
Oh, I
So,
actually need a big circle.
oh, a big circle. I'm sorry. Okay.
That's okay. There you
That's
go.
right. You're the X, I'm the circle. And then do I go again then? Or
No,
you go?
but where did you go? Okay, so you went to the bottom.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I think it was middle bottom. Yes. Ah, shoot.
But now you can go anywhere, because I got.
Okay.
Well,
So
either
any-
that or I got big tic-tac-toe here. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, we got a winner.
Middle.
Janine, is that you that got 3 in a row there?
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
So that's a winner. 3. Oh, that's right. Tic-tac to 3 in a row again.
Yeah, 3 in
Because
a
she
row.
had like almost tic-tac-toe and almost all these little outside boxes. I was like,
All right.
That was very challenging. That was really
I
good. It
think
does,
so too.
does make that simple game very challenging.
One thing I noticed about this game is it's similar to Dots and Boxes in that once some of the games have been won, or once some of the mini games has been won, it's almost like a landslide. Like, you know, every move is sending somebody to where they can move wherever they want.
Oh, mm-hmm.
Kinda-
Picks up the
kinda feels
it picks up the pace.
Yeah,
But it makes you really have to look a little bit more closely too.
Right. right. Yeah, it's really challenging, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. It is. It is.
All right. Well, how about one more game? And let's see, I'm gonna stop this here. I'll close the whiteboard. Thank you guys for playing online. That was great. And thanks to Chris for thinking of how to put that up for us. As soon as we describe this next game called Dandelions, I'll see if I can really quickly generate a Dandelions game for us online, on the whiteboard rather. I'm going to close that. I'll come back here. All right, so the last game is called Dandelions. This to me is kind of the most interesting of the games. It is an asymmetrical game. And I get that definition from Ben Orland, who wrote this book that we've been playing out of. An asymmetrical game is unique in that the two players are not doing the same things. So Dots and Boxes and Ultimate Tic-Tac-Toe was symmetrical in that Ethan and I both had the same rules, we had the same goal, and we just took turns making the same moves. So we kind of followed the same rules. Dandelion is different because I'll play Dandelions and Elin will play the wind. And my goal is different than her goal. And we don't even make the same kind of moves when it's our turn. So as the Dandelions, when it's my turn, I'm going to be putting dandelions on the grid, which represents a meadow. And a dandelion can just be made by just making an asterisk like that. When it's Elin's turn, she's going to blow as the wind. And we're going to use this compass rose markation here. And she's going to indicate which direction the wind is blowing just by putting an arrow on the end of the compass rose pieces. Okay. So as the dandelions, my goal to win the game is to completely cover the meadow with either dandelions or dandelion seeds. Elin's goal as the wind is to, at the end of the game, to have at least one square that's not covered by either a dandelion or a seed. Okay, so our goals are not even the same. I want to completely cover the meadow. Elin wants to keep that from happening. We're going to play exactly 7 rounds. So with each round, I'm going to place a dandelion somewhere on the grid, and Elin is going to blow one direction on the compass rose. Once she's blown that direction, she can't do it again. And so the game will be over when 7 of these 8 direction indicators have an arrow on the end of them. Does that make sense? So we don't play 8 rounds, we play exactly 7 rounds. So for example, if I put a dandelion here in the meadow, and now Elin chooses a direction to blow the wind, So she's indicating that she's gonna blow, I'm gonna make that just a little darker so we can see it on the screen. So she's indicating that the wind is gonna blow to the north. So what happens is that this dandelion then drops a seed. If the wind was blowing northwards, it drops a seed in every square to the north. Okay,
So all the way 5 across or just one square north?
well, so if the wind was passing this direction, it would hit this dandelion and move a seed right there,
That's the one.
right? Just the one. Okay. So now my next move, now it's my turn again, and I'm gonna place a dandelion, and I can put it anywhere on the grid except where there's already a dandelion. So I can't just say, oh, I'm gonna put another dandelion there. I can put it on a seed. I just can't put it on a previously existing dandelion. So let's say I move here. So there's my second dandelion. And now Elin chooses which way the wind will blow. If you're singing the last line to Bohemian Rhapsody, good for you. Okay, so she blew to the east. So now if the wind were passing from west to east, every dandelion now drops seeds in that row. So this one, I get a seed here and a seed here. And then for this one, I get a seed here, here, and here.
I see.
Okay, is that making sense? So as we keep playing, so now she cannot blow to the north or the east again. So let's say I put a dandelion here. This is an interesting move, I think a very good move. So she's blown to the, what is that, southwest? So now as we go southwest, I get nothing. There's no open boxes where I get a seed, right? I'm gonna put a.
But you can't put a dandelion on a square that has a seed on it.
Yes, and so just for demonstration's sake, I'll put a dandelion right here.
And it still counts as a seed.
It still count, yes, that is a square that has been propagated by the dandelions. Okay, so now she blows to the southeast. So now I get a seed here, one here and here, and then one here. Okay. And since it was just a few more rounds, and I'm kind of just throwing dandelions out here. I'm gonna go here because I know she can't go to the southeast again, but she's already done that. Okay, so now she's gone to the northeast. So I get a seed here. This one already has one, I don't get another one. And that one doesn't get anything, okay? Now, I know that we've only got 3 rounds left. And I know which directions she has to choose from. So I might choose 2 rounds left, I'm sorry, only 2 rounds left. Thank you, Steve. So I'm gonna go here. Again, knowing that she can't go to the northeast because she's already done that.
So what would happen if Elin chooses south?
You only get 2. You actually 1, 2,
Then you get
3,
four.
4 squares.
Yeah, I would get these right here.
Right.
If she goes to the west, I would get these here, those there. If she goes to the northwest, I would get all these. So
Wow, so you, oh, okay, so you got really.
she's going to go to the west. And so I get that seed and that seed. And then these, that one, nothing here, but then this whole row fills in. Okay. And so now I know that she has to go either south or northwest.
One spot for the win.
Yeah, if she goes to the south, I'm gonna win automatically because everything will be filled in. So she's probably gonna try to go to the northwest. In which case, this would fill that in and leave that open. So I'm gonna go here. And now no matter what she does, I have completely covered the meadow. So I'm the winner. So that just goes there. Boom. Okay. So.
Is there a greater advantage to the person that's?
What a great question. Not going to answer that. So what I would recommend, because you have two templates, is play a couple times. So find a partner, and even if you guys want to switch up, you could. But play one round as one person and the other person as the wind, one person dandelion, the other person the wind, and then play another game and switch and see if there is an advantage. Okay. All right. So real quickly, I'm going to go back into our whiteboard, and Janine and Jerry.
Very few people have played it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was.
So I would just do this first. This is my strategy.
Here. Oh, over here. Oh, yeah. More tools. And then I can maybe embed. Oh, there's the upload right there. Oh, it's Google Drive.
It has to be
Yeah. And we have these PDF. Jerry and Janine, I'm working on getting a template into that whiteboard so that you guys can play. Shops. Oh, maybe we just do that.
Because it's I'm trying to keep this.
Okay, so let's see.
Oh, yes.
That's fine.
That's a good idea too. Zoom. No, let's try this. Oh, I can actually just do a search.
Okay, I'm back. Thank you.
Okay, so there is 2 Dandelion board games for you. And I'm going to lock that so that you can draw on those and use them however you want.
Okay.
So there you go.
So we have to choose which one we're doing.
Yeah, maybe just go ahead and play on the top board first.
Okay.
How about Jerry, why don't you be dandelions, and Janine, why don't you be the wind? And then once you've played, play a second round and switch roles.
Okay.
On the bottom board.
Sounds
Sounds-
good.
Sounds good.
Enjoy.
All right. Let's see if I remember everything okay here. Oh, wait a minute. I'm still in my shapes.
It's
Let
a
me get the,
different shape though.
it was, yeah. Let me get my pencil out here. What's
And
smart?
if you guys want online, there's nothing magical about the shape of the dandelion. If you just want to draw a square in there or something, it doesn't have to be
Okay.
prosperous. It just looks kind of dandelion-ish. So
Ish. Here, how about this one?
Ah, that does look like a dandelion.
nice.
There we go.
Okay, so I'm gonna have us go.
Here you go. Nice.
Girls, no barking.
Okay, so I'm going to be able to do a little, so now I need a different shape here, or a little seed, right? Like right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. That's all you need. Some just little mark of some kind.
Let's see here. Oh no, you go. Or does her dot count as a turn? No, the dot was from my wind, so you got to
Right.
Right.
Gotta
Yeah,
go
the
back.
dot
So
was
you
just
need- yeah.
a reaction to the wind. So now it's Dandelion's turn again.
Oh, it's my, okay. Or it's the compass, right? Because
No, you do another dandelion.
oh, I do another dandelion. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
another dandelion.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh.
Huh.
Yeah. No, there's, you have one chance to win it. You should have put it here. Because my entire time was to not do this one. So I was
So right
You just put a dot
here,
right
right?
near the seed. Yep.
because
And then it's dandelion time again.
so you need to spend your last 2 turns putting
Somebody's gotta be able to-
because given the directions.
Huh.
Yeah, but I have this
It's
diagram.
fluid somewhere.
You do, but
So that might
but it was always my goal to know.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me think about this. I don't know. That's so easy to
That's-
make.
Yeah, this is again mind-boggling.
So then
Oh, that's pretty good. That was very good choice. So I'd be going and
You're
then
gonna go, yeah.
right
and
here.
then-
Okay.
Oh, and then you got heroes, so
So
yeah.
right here.
And
Oops, my pencil's not working.
well, maybe not necessarily.
Right here. And would it go right here too?
Yeah, and then the row above it, these, yeah.
Right here and right here.
Okay. Now
Now
you
look
gotta
right-
draw your flower.
I need my dandelion. Okay.
So fun. So these.
Okay.
Here's the wind.
Yeah.
Actually, I think, ooh. Oh, north, you'll get those two. If we go south, you get those two. Oops, that's a bad arrow, but that's an arrow.
Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Okay, so even though there's seeds here, it still could blow more this direction, right?
Yes,
Right
yes,
here and right here.
yeah. Okay.
Oh, I should have gone the other way, darn it. Yep.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. I said I was on a phone call with my daughter who was just sharing with me that they had to put their puppy to sleep, their little dog yesterday.
Oh,
She was very sad.
yeah.
Well, that is sad.
Yeah. Okay.
I think you get an automatic win for sadness.
Yeah. Yeah. They adopted her. Oh, I think they've only had her 3 or 4 years, and they thought she was only 4 years old, but from what was happening with her, they're saying she was much older. Oh, darn. That was a good call. Okay. So nothing, right? Oh, wait a minute. I got a couple over here. I got this one and this one. All right. And we've got
So this is the last round.
okay, last round.
Take seven rounds.
2, 3. Put it, where am I going to put it? No, that's not going to do any good. I'll try here.
Oh dear. I think I'm gonna try this one because I know what's gonna happen if I go east.
Okay, so I can get
Yeah.
this one and this
I
one.
think the wind
and
won.
This one, yeah, I think so.
Oh my goodness.
Very good, very good.
Oh my goodness. Then you have one here. And then you have one here. Oh my goodness. Not so easy.
Wind for the win.
Win for the win. Very
Now,
good.
if you wanted to, you could play a second time, switch roles and play on the bottom part of the grid or the bottom part of the template.
Sure.
Actually,
People in the room are finishing up a second game here also.
I think I won.
oh, I see. I was hoping it just automatically. There we go. I don't know what I was doing. Oh, I didn't want it there, but that's okay.
You could move it, it's all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Best move right now. is-
There we go.
But that's what
Okay.
I get. Oh, wait, no, wait. No, I think you won. I messed up.
Oh, you have a nice arrow.
Now I'm making it now I got a little crazy.
No, I think you won.
Okay. And then let me go back and oh,
I think
see how you
if
did
you
it.
if you click onto the symbol to the left, it just automatically makes it the same size. Yeah.
Oops. Oh,
No, I think you won.
There you go.
okay. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a good thing I'm practicing my shapes now.
Mm-mm. Okay. Can't go that way.
Oh, yes.
At least,
No, yeah, have mine in March now.
at least.
I have a.
Oh, of course. Yeah, that's right.
But I will,
No, I
I
know.
would love to have a blank template.
So if I go to.
And then let's see.
Because
Mm,
still have 2 turns. One more.
Good one.
Yeah, I think I won.
Ew. Okay.
See them already. It looks like a little fist.
You have to go. So-
It does,
Little Mega Man fist.
okay. So that means I can go here. Little seed here, a little seed here.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fun game.
Yeah.
That interesting.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Is there an advantage for starting,
Yeah, I
for
think-
which role you play?
He won in the meadow and in the.
Yeah.
As the wind?
Yeah. I won.
So the advantage is what?
I got smoked.
The advantage is youth, then, is that what you're saying?
You just need.
I don't like that at all.
Yeah.
Well, I think you just need to, I think it's easier to play as the winds. You just need, if you have a plan as soon as you start out and you force the opponent to play around it, you can. Because I forced my dad to never go north, so I played around that. And in the other way, I made the mental note to never go northwest, so I played around that.
So you, from the beginning, you chose a direction you weren't going to use no matter what.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, I turned away for a second. Where did you put it?
That's the one
I
direction.
put it right here in the bottom corner.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah, I was muting because my dogs like to bark. It seems like.
That's all right. I was just thinking and okay.
I agree, there is a level of aggression that's, I mean, either you're playing offensively or defensively.
Yeah, because me and my dad, we both started at the same point with the dandelion. We both did it right in the middle. But I know I.
Capital.
I thought it was playing tic-tac-toe, so you leave a miss.
Right, yeah.
Those prior experience.
Oh, no.
I did it in the bottom corner because I figured if I could figure out which one you'd get rid of first. The chances are you would do either one of those because it wouldn't get that many.
That's true.
So then I made sure to play around your north.
I don't know.
That looks good. That looks good. And I have one
As
more.
dandelion, I try not to place a dandelion in the same row or column where a dandelion already is.
I did the exact opposite.
Oh,
I did-
okay.
I had a whole roll at the bottom.
Oh, okay. And still won.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, because you knew eventually he would go north
Well, I want.
and it would sweep up the whole meadow.
Yeah, I wanted to make
Okay.
sure that my dad knew that he could never go north. So then I played around to make sure I placed it. Once I had the bottom row, I just placed dandelions where I knew everything else would go at that point.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I'm gonna have to think about that strategy. I've never thought of it that way before.
So just as a parent, do you feel like you've been manipulated for years?
Well, I didn't go north, I went east.
Okay, which one? This was east.
About five?
Yeah, exactly,
This
yeah.
is east.
Yeah.
East.
Right, but
Which
you marked your seeds in the northern direction and I went, my last choice was east.
Okay, but my last ones were because of these flowers right here. And so if I'm going east,
Oh, you're right. You're right. Absolutely. I didn't notice that one in the upper left-hand corner.
yeah.
You got it. You got it.
This is tricky, man.
You got it. I know. My eyes were looking one direction, but not the other direction. Very good. Very good.
Oh my goodness, good game.
Very good. My grandchildren are going to love this.
Yeah, they're gonna be tricky too, huh?
Yes, yes. I always, when I do these sessions, I always practice on them and see how it's going to work first with them before I take it into the classroom.
What grade do you teach?
Well, actually, I work with preschool providers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but some, and also some school age providers too.
Mm-hmm.
Family childcare, so they have a pretty wide range of ages.
Yeah.
But like I said, I always practice on my grandchildren first. So
Everybody's finished.
That's a good idea.
they range from 11 to 15.
Ooh, okay.
Well, actually 11 months to 15 years of age.
Yeah, I'm sure they're plotting.
Oh yeah. I love it because they live in the older ones live in Iowa, so doing this over the internet is kind of fun too.
Yeah. You could probably just put it as a slide and then share it too.
Yeah, or a whiteboard like this too. I like that idea.
Let me get back to my slides here.
Is there?
Oh, there we go.
Each of these kind of games that we're playing, the 3 games,
Uh-huh.
is there kind of some foundational elements that I could take away saying, oh, this is kind of teaching you some type of mathematical kind of thinking, somehow kind of bring it together with, what you're trying to teach them.
Yeah, that's a great question. And kind of going back to the Ben Orlin book, he breaks these down. The games we've been playing have actually been spatial games. So even though they're very mathematical, it's kind of a spatial awareness type of mathematics. So his chapters here are spatial games, number games, and in just a minute, Elon's going to talk about different ways to generate random numbers. There's combination games, where you're taking elements and combining them to generate something new. Games of risk and reward, and if we have time, we'll play a game called Pig, which is all about risk and reward. And then there's information games. So those are the types of games he breaks down. I don't know if that answers your question, but so I think that the answer for these first three games we played is they're very spatial, just spatial awareness. And thinking about the dandelions and how the wind moves through the grid, and ultimate tic-tac-toe, where you're thinking spatially, but you're thinking on several different levels at the same time. Right.
How spatially a bigger picture.
Right. Right. And even the dots and boxes, I mean, you're talking about, it's a coordinate plane, right? And just area on a two-dimensional plane, and how to control as much area as possible. So, and a great conversation to have around that too is even going back to our childhood games, rolling dice and moving a marker on a game board, on a board game, I think teaches how to count moves, which when you introduce kids on a coordinate plane and start doing graphing, so many kids that I taught, they count their first move without even moving anything. So like if they're on this space, they go 1, 2, 3 instead of moving before counting 1. And you can kind of tell, oh, you haven't played a lot of board games, have you? So just how to move and how to count spaces on a grid can come out of gameplay. That makes sense? Yeah. So
I also think it's like a lot of just playing games is learning how to, or practicing like social skills.
Yeah.
Like especially for younger students, like learning how to take turns, be patient with that. Just playing for the sheer enjoyment of it, and not worrying so much about winning or losing, but definitely practicing some problem solving skills. And yeah,
it's kind of fun to watch how a child will play a game initially and kind of randomly kind of be approaching it. And all of a sudden you see them organizing things and playing a certain way and testing a strategy, and then kind of going, oh, wait, that didn't work so well. And then they adjust it and things like that. It's kind of neat to see that learning process.
Yeah, absolutely. Good question, though. Great question.
Yeah.
Read the book.
These are fun.
Yeah. All right, so Elin, talk to us a little bit about generating random numbers. The kind of interesting thing is we haven't used any numbers really yet in any of these games. So let's talk about that.
I know. So as you can see on the slide, yeah, we haven't with the games that we played because they're all sort of around spatial awareness, and we haven't used or we haven't played games where you need to generate a number to decide like how many moves somebody will go, or just maybe like points. But there are many different ways to generate a number. Typically, when you think of games, or when I think of games, I typically think of dice, which are used in many games. And you can use, students can use 1 dice, 2 dice, which is great because then they have to add the 2 numbers.
Oh,
Oh, sure, yeah. So I have some big foamy dice, which are great for young kids because they are bigger and they are quiet.
yeah, they're great for teachers because they're quiet.
You have these dice that have more sides that actually have numerals on them, and I think this one goes up to 20. So a 20-sided dice, which are fun to play with. You could use a combination of, a regular dice and a 20-sided dice. So those are fun. Cards are also fun to use. Again, you can have them. Let's see. Just using the ace as 1. You can flip 1 or, flip 2 and say, so that would be somebody moves 3, or it has a score of 3. You can also, depending, again, because if you're working on making the game yourself, an ace could be a high card. So it could be 11, 12, 13. Yeah, thank you. It could be 13. So those are fun. Cards are fun. We have found that, especially with younger kids that are still working on understanding number and practicing counting, we like to use these dot sticks, and you have some in your bag, and so you can make a set yourself. So this type has one side that has 10 dots on it, and you can make the dots with either or have students make the dots with the tip of a pencil, like a eraser works really well, like a new eraser, and a
It's
stamp
like
pad.
a stamp pad, yeah.
Yeah,
nice.
or just, with a marker, just putting, it makes it a little bit smaller. So one side has 10, the other side has 1, and you can, make, I think this might be a set of 20 or so. I'm gonna take so if I take, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see, I'll take 5. So if I drop these sticks, and then I count the dots that are facing up, what would be the biggest number I could make?
There's 20 sticks.
Knowing that there's 10 dots on each.
10, so I have
Yeah,
5
one side
sticks.
says 10.
There's 10,
Yeah.
10 dots on one side and
Right.
1 dot on the other side. What's the biggest possible number I can make? 50. What's the smallest number I can make? 5. So I'll drop them. And so my random number is 10, 20, 30, 31, 32. So this is really fun for kids that are practicing, still working on their place value. If 10 is a little much, you can just put, instead of putting 10 on a side, you could put 2. So one side would have 2 dots, the other side would have 1, and they still generate, can generate lots of different.
You could even just do 1 dot and nothing on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just
Make
say,
it real
like-
simple.
And then just, have them take an amount of craft sticks and drop it and then just count the dots. And
It seems like that would be a good way of teaching the multiplication.
Yeah,
mhm,
yeah.
mhm, yeah, you could have older students multiply
Mhm.
the like tens and ones, or there's also virtual dice, like this is an app, so you can roll it on your phone.
For people working with younger kids, a big idea is subitizing, or just instantly recognizing patterns and knowing what they are without having to count. And the name for that is either subitizing or subitizing. And so that's a good practice for that as well.
Mhm. Can you think of, are there any other ways that you've used or you can think of to generate numbers? Like if you were playing a game, or there's some other ways that you've.
I thought of just yesterday is you can just take a book.
Spinners.
Yeah, spinners.
Spinners, yeah.
Spinners are great. Take a book, just open to a random page and look at the last digit. Oh, I got one. It's page 121, but just look at the last digits.
The
I
one.
got one,
you're moving,
right.
you get
Oh,
to
I
the
got
one.
a 7. Just open a random book page, or add them up, and that's your number. Add the digits, and that's your number.
On the slide, there was a picture of coins, like
Mhm.
pennies, so you could gather a group of pennies, and again, the same idea with the craft sticks, but you could have them drop some pennies and either count the tails or count the heads, and that's how many moves, or to create the number. Again, if you want them working within a certain range, you could use 10 pennies, 5 pennies, 20 pennies, to think about like the max amount you would.
I think you can even. Siri, give me a random number between 3 and 1,000. I got 758.
It's a long game.
So you can you can, Siri, give me a random number less than 10. Oh, I got 68. That's not less. Siri, you need to work on your math skills. Probably just misunderstood me. Yeah, so you can even just ask your phone to give you a random number. They're crazy.
Yeah, dominoes are fun.
Mhm. Yeah. So with that, let's back up a step, and here's kind of just a question for conversation. And if you want to throw some ideas in the Padlet, there's the link there. So what makes a good game? So think about games either that we've played here this morning or any game that you've ever played and enjoyed. What are some elements of that game that make it a good game? It's like on the Padlet, one thing I thought of was repeatability. In other words, once you've played it, it's fun to play it more than once. It's not just one and done. Gosh, that was swell. We'll never go back to that. Okay, so somebody put running fast. Nice.
Previous one. Sorry.
What else makes a good game?
Any ideas?
Creative, that creative component of free thought. Less restrictive.
Okay.
Allows them to. I think those are the funner games for me.
Okay, I'll put that in there. So the ability to be creative. Oh, easy to learn. Elin says easy to learn. Yeah.
It's mine. But then, easy to learn. There's one game we used to play called Othello. And
Othello,
I know,
yeah.
I think the tagline was easy to learn, lifetime to master.
Mhm. Yeah.
You know, something that's quick to learn, but then once you keep on playing it, you realize that there's a strategy and it's never, again, this might be another one, never the same game twice.
Mhm.
Is that actually
easy to learn.
Yeah.
Very true.
zip back up here and
I know growing up, we've bought some board games that it takes an hour to read the directions.
Right. Yeah.
And then by the time you set it up, you've forgotten how to.
It's time for pie break already. Yeah.
It's the games my nephews like to play.
Right.
Dozens upon dozens of those variations.
So, yeah. So easy to learn, a creative component, other ideas. What makes a good game?
What about fairness?
Yeah. So like that, yeah, the outcome isn't predetermined. There's a lot of arguments about Monopoly. Some people think Monopoly is a great game. Some people think it's the worst game ever made. Because once somebody gets a little bit ahead, they can just bully their way around the board. And it's just really a matter of time before that one person wins anyway. Which is an argument against Monopoly. However, it's also the most popular game ever invented, most popular board game ever invented. So
Is it really?
I believe so. I think it still outsells all other board games. I'd have to look that up. I might just be making that up. But yeah, fairness is definitely something.
any other ideas about what makes a good game?
Well, and not just fairness among the contestants or the participants, but fairness within the game. My kids always, so many tears with Chutes and Ladders. So many tears because the game was unfair.
Is it, how is the game unfair? I gotta admit, it's been decades since I've played Chutes and Ladders.
You're always hitting a chute and going back down to the bottom.
Ah, okay.
You're just about ready to win.
You're just about to win. So the game is kind of self-defeating. The game,
Kids always thought that it's terribly.
the self-defeating is baked into the game, is what you're saying. Okay.
That's life.
Right, yeah.
When I said that.
What makes a great game? Teaches life lessons, right? I'll throw that in there.
I think sometimes it's fun when you find a game that you can either play by yourself, or you can include multiple players with that same, sort of like that idea of, you know, playing solitaire, but then change it into a group game where multiple players can play. So there's this aspect of you're playing against yourself, but you're also playing with others too, which is fun.
So a variety of how many people can play.
Yeah.
The thing I like about games, for lack of a better word, I call it that, I will call it like the nail biter effect. In other words, it might just come down to the wire, like who's going to win? I mean, aren't those the funnest sports games to watch? Like, oh, the buzzer beater, right? So what should we call that?
I'll say like that.
Suspenseful.
Oh, yeah, the element of suspense, yeah.
I mean, I guess the purposes of a lot of like different kind of games have different, you know, kind of purposes. Like
Mhm.
sometimes, like as a family, you know, you play games and we gain better perspective of the individuals.
Oh, yeah. I like, yeah.
And even, I like Pictionary used to be something we played a lot when I was growing up. And it was fun to watch somebody not draw well. And then the conversation just, after the game was over, it wasn't that we were chastising that person, but we all have fun at kind of understanding that we're human. And, we can't do everything perfectly. And so, an aunt or an uncle that we respect tremendously also can't draw. It kind of humanizes them.
Yeah.
Perspective that you kind of go, oh, well, yeah, that was a lot of fun, and they laugh about it. So they show the graciousness of their faults and things.
Nice, yeah.
So in the Padlet, I put, it helps reveal the personalities of those who are playing. That kind of what you're getting at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a social thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Good deal. Any other thoughts? Makes a good game. The thing I like about games is a good game, it has an escapist element to it. Like it just takes you out of your present mindset and lets you be somewhere else.
Yeah.
Even if it was like the ultimate tic-tac-toe, it's so mentally engaging. You don't have time to think about other stuff or worry about other stuff. But then some games you actually enter a character. There might be a story involved, and you kind of inhabit that story for a little period of time and escape, present reality a little bit. Kind of a little bit of escapism is fun.
Yeah, I'm reading Jerry's comment of challenging.
Mm-hmm.
If that, yeah, if it's, if there isn't any type of opportunity for, trying a strategy or something, it gets sort of boring.
Right.
Quickly. So that's a good, I think that's a good element.
Yeah, maybe that's the problem with Chutes and Ladders is there's no skill involved. It's just all pure luck.
Yeah.
Right. It's
right.
just this random dice, and sometimes you hit there's no element of here's what I can do to win. It's just you're either lucky or you're not. All right, well, good. I think those are some great things to hold on to. And so from there, Elon's going to talk to us a little bit about a couple of templates that we have. Get back to our thing here. Maybe let's just stay on the camera, maybe. We have those right here. And we're going to kind of share a couple of tools about some brainstorming a game, and then we're going to try it.
Yeah, so we have a couple of different templates that we've used. With students. This one, getting into the game, is a little bit more for older students, or actually it could be used by elementary, younger students as well. But just some things for students to think about as they might think about creating a game. Who are the characters or players in your game? What world is the play taking place in? Are there special attributes or rules to that world? What challenges do characters face? Are there any surprise benefits in your game, like maybe an extra bonus if they land on a certain, it's a board game on a certain space?
Like a ladder?
Yeah.
Not a chute.
Yeah, so what is the goal of your game? Again, sort of going around this way, maybe thinking about that first before you think about a bonus. how are you making sure that your game is fair? Are there equal chances for everyone to succeed? And what, I think this one is the most interesting, what hook would make others want to play your game? So maybe thinking about all some of those elements that we brainstormed together. So this is just a template that's helpful for students to organize their thoughts, maybe using this to think through some things together. So that's one template we've used. And then another one we've used this, and it's a little simpler. Just a template for students to put the title of their game, maybe thinking about how many players can play, what is the goal of their game, what materials do they need, are they going to use dice, cards, a board, and then the instructions on how to play their game. And so, you know, they can write, first you do this, then you do this. I remember I taught second grade, and we actually did a unit on games, and I had this one little boy that had, I mean, it was probably the second day, and he already had this whole game figured out. He had made a board game already and knew all the characters, knew all the rules, and he was just so excited to share it with myself and everybody else in the class. And then the other side of this has a space for students to keep score. Here's, you know, player 1, player 2, could obviously be more, but I know with younger students, again, who are practicing counting, keeping or understanding like tallies is a fun way to have them practice counting. So again, with tallies, you're making groups of 5. Yeah, so those are some resources that we've utilized that have been helpful.
All right, so I'm gonna throw out a challenge for us that we at least do a little thinking about those ideas and see if we can come up with a game. So I'm going to open this whiteboard back up, and you over here on the side. But our play shop game. So let's just do some brainstorming and just kind of throw out ideas. And let's utilize this template that Elin just showed us about getting into the game. We'll come up with a better name in just a minute. But let's think about players. What kind of game do you want to make? It could be a board game. It could be a number game. It could be some kind of, I don't know, could be even some kind of physical game like tag if we wanted it to be. Just throw out an idea.
Is there an age range for it?
Ooh, good question. Let's make it a game for us. So let's say this is an adult, a game for adults. Could be a word game of some kind.
So we're coming up with just a kind of a purpose or a goal.
Yeah, maybe even a type of game. In full disclosure, I've never done this before, so we might be might be shooting down a dead end street, but let's give it a whirl.
We could also start with a existing, you know, maybe an existing game that you like to play that's simple and maybe.
Maybe a variation.
Yeah. Off of that.
Yeah.
It's another idea.
let's see, it could be it could be a dice-based game, so it'd be numbers, maybe we could use some cards. So let's make it a number-based game of some kind. It's either cards or dice.
So, I mean, I guess number based, like a roll of a dice and then it.
Yeah,
um,
Jerry and Janine, feel free to chime in as well.
I'm not sure, I don't see Janine up there. Is Janine still with us? Okay.
Like if you roll a dice, that number, the number of that you roll is the amount of cards you have to pick up.
Ooh, all right, there you go. There's first rule. But then what would what's our goal gonna
So the
be?
goal to be the person with the most cards or the least cards in your hand? The least?
So roll
Okay.
dice. Pick up cards.
Okay, and then how do you get rid of cards?
Yeah, good question. So,
Cards.
Okay, so goal.
So maybe it's the cards themselves are not necessarily playing cards, but are they tasked or kind of something that they have to do or something related to that? And if they are able to successfully complete it, then they can get rid of the card.
Like someone else will like, you know, it somehow gets to you, like, oh, you're gonna take my cards because of something. I don't know how though.
yeah.
If one of the players doesn't meet some criteria, somebody gets to pass them one of the cards.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you can give cards to other people.
There's incentive.
It's like, oh, two, then pass two cards away to somebody or, I don't know, somehow.
So like, or say if you roll, so say for, sorry, for using two dice and you roll like a double of something, then you can give, saying that you have cards, you can either give all of one kind of suit of the cards you have to the person to your, I don't know, right, left, or either this suit or
Maybe you start out with like a certain number of cards.
Okay.
So you have 10 cards, or I don't know. Depending on how many people.
Yeah. We might need more than one deck of cards also.
Okay, so
Let's say you start with 10 cards.
okay, then you roll a die.
One dice, two dice,
say two.
two, so you could pick up to 12 cards.
Okay. Roll two dice. Pick up that many cards. Goal is to have the least amount of cards or
Get rid of all your cards.
Yeah.
okay.
Then what do we say? How do you get rid of cards? Are we gonna like build sets of things? Runs of cards in numerical order, like 2, 3, 4, 5. Work in groups, like a group of 4s or a group of 7s.
Maybe we could say if you roll an even number, you take the cards, and if you roll an odd number, you give your cards away.
Ooh, I like that. Okay.
Yes, I like that.
Okay.
Okay.
So we'll add that in here. So
Even number, you pick up. An odd number, you give away. And you give them to another player, or do they go to a discard pile? I think they go to another player. Yeah,
Yeah, I like the directional thing. Maybe they'd go to the right or maybe they'd go to the left, but I don't know what perimeters around that would be.
okay. Oh. Chris, are you moving the whiteboard right now?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, okay. No, it's okay. I
When
just,
when you were typing, it wasn't actually showing up on this screen for everybody.
right. I was, okay, if I hit return or go out of that text box, then it showed up. So I was just kind of typing in and getting out of it. But now I can't get back into it. Did you take control away from me? Oop. No, still can't do it. Maybe now. There we go. Okay. So we were saying directionality. So odd number you given, say the player on the left.
Yeah.
Okay. And so maybe instead of starting with 10 cards, maybe you just deal out all the cards until there's nothing left in the deck.
Oh.
So the number of cards you start with depends on how many people are playing. So far, we've got a lot of element of chance. So far, I don't see any skill involved. I think we're developing a shoots and ladders kind of game. So where's the skill or strategy going to come in? What's a way that you could get rid of cards that's not just dependent on the dice?
It sounded like Uno. Is it Uno?
It's a little bit, but there's some more chance involved. Seems like there should be a way that you could do something with what's on the cards.
Yeah. Like either
Like,
make a run of, like if you have a run of cards, you could put that amount down, like a run of,
oh, right.
at least a run of like 4.
Okay,
It's consecutive of the same suit.
right. Same suit or any suit? That's a good question too.
Yeah.
Oh, and going back to this then, if it's an odd number and you're passing them to the left, you choose which card. So that's part of the strategy is you choose which card you're going to pass. So you would want to hold on to cards that are all in the same suit.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what if the goal of the game is you have all of your cards in your hand all be of the same matching suit, no matter what the number is. So as people are dumping new cards into your hand, you're like, oh, I was almost to all hearts.
Mhm.
But then Elon gave me a bunch of spades or something.
Because he's collecting on it.
Right, right. Yeah. Okay. So maybe that's the goal then, is not just getting rid of all your cards, but have all cards in your hand in a matching suit. Seems pretty simple. All right, are there gonna be, and I'm going back to our template here, are there any surprises?
So when you have all matching suits in your hands, is that when the game's over?
Yeah, maybe the first player that says,
Cheating.
Jim, right, yeah. Yeah,
I was gonna
Um,
say, there could be something that happens, like when you roll like a double of something.
oh,
'Cause
yeah,
we're rolling dice, right? We're
Yeah.
Still rolling dice. So if
Right.
you either like, any double or.
or double sixes or snake eyes or, oh, what if when you roll snake eyes, everybody passes their whole hand one place to the right or to the left, and that now becomes your hand,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
okay?
It's pretty, because crap die would be a rarer occurrence.
Right, right, yeah. Okay, and then the first player that has all matching suits, they put their cards down and say, not Uno or bingo or say what?
Booyah.
Booyah! And I think that just became the name of our game, right? So this game is now called Booyah. I don't even know how to spell that. Is that how you spell Booyah?
It's open to debate.
Right, yeah. All right. I think we got a game. I think we should play test it.
Think we could play with one deck, or do we need?
I don't know. Let's try it with two, maybe two decks. Okay. So if you roll double ones, all players pass all cards one place to the right. And then, so boop, boop, boop. So first player, I'm running out of battery on my neck. I need the first player to put their cards down and yell. You have to yell, by the way. You can't just say, you have to yell. Booyah. Wins. Yeah, I'm sure it is.
You can change.
Oh. All right, let's try it. Let's try it. So Jerry, I think you're at a slight disadvantage here because we can't virtually pass cards to you.
No problem. I'll watch.
But you can watch as we play. Steve, you in? No, okay. All right, so no worries. Oops. Ah. No, we can just go right. Let's just play the six of us right around here. We can use our big dice. And Elan's got some cards already ready for us. See how easy it is to make a game?
We have the rules up because
Yeah, so there they are right there. I think I typed them up.
When we were,
Yeah.
when I was a youth in high school, we would go in. We would end up at people's houses
Mhm.
and we would play a game called. Well, and we just want to make up a game.
Uh-huh.
So the host of the house would grab a box and just grab anything out of anywhere, kitchen, garage, and you pull an item in. And let's say it was a spatula, but you couldn't say you use it for flipping food. You have to think of a new purpose for this.
Okay.
Oh, fun.
Nice.
Fun.
It was actually kind of fun.
Yeah.
We just sit around and we just kind of just riffing on different
Right.
items.
Right. Nice.
And then, and whoever, you pass that item all the way around, it would kind of
If we
vote on
shuffle
who
these
has the
together, yeah.
best alternative.
I'm really not a good shuffler,
Right.
especially with new card. There you go. Have fun. I got big clumsy hands. You're gonna deal also, by the way.
Okay.
That's right. All right. Two ones. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Snake eyes. Yeah.
All the cards?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we said, is deal them until they're all gone. All right, this is the world premiere of the game called Booyah.
Somebody gets one more card than the other.
Well, that's life,
Yeah.
right? Isn't that what we learned? Okay. Booyah. Yeah. Oh, I'm showing my cards on the camera. Here we go.
So what if we roll, then we pick up, how are we gonna pick up cards?
Oh, yeah. How do you pick up cards if there's nothing left to pick up?
I thought it's just, we passed it.
Oh, you're passing.
Okay.
Well, okay.
Oh, okay, okay.
Play test hiccup number one.
Oh, cause yeah.
So
we're
then
trying-
instead of rolling 2 dice, you, instead of saying pick up that many cards, you would say pass that many cards.
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay. So, but there was an odd and even feature as well. So what if odd you pass left, even you pass right?
Okay.
Even pass right.
Sure.
Dealer gets to roll the dice first.
Well, clearly, goes without saying.
7, so that's
So you pass 7 to the left.
Is that just the one person that does that?
Yes.
There you go.
So how many cards did we end up with?
And honestly, it doesn't matter because if you're just super lucky or unlucky, technically speaking, you could just.
I just want to, if you can roll 12, you want to have at least 12 cards in your hand,
Oh, yeah.
right? Yeah, we have,
I had 17.
yeah, so
Nice.
go right or left.
I have to have consecutive cards, is that right? Is that what
No, just all the same suit. We're not worried about pairs or runs or anything. You're just trying to get all the same suit in your hand. Right, so we're going to me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Even.
so I'm passing 4 to the right. Oh, okay, so you kind of early on, you got to commit to what you're shooting for. Okay. These cards are loud. Okay, so there's 4 for you. Okay, and it's your turn.
Goodness.
All right, so I already found one strategy point is that if,
Ooh, love it.
ooh,
Oh, you got that's all 11 cards.
oh, you're passing 11 to me.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, because it's odd.
Yeah, right,
So I get to
right.
pass.
So you could potentially pass a whole lot of the same suit to one person and it might be the suit they want.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I already tell you need big hands.
Or those little,
A
things
little-
that you
we need a
use
little
to-
card racks, huh? So maybe a variation would be play with one deck of cards and only roll one die.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
That might make the number of cards more manageable. Because already I can't hold all these cards.
I know it's hard to look at all of them.
Right,
So who are we going around?
yeah, so now it'd
Okay,
be your
so that's-
turn. So 7 to Elin. 7 being the number you're most likely to roll given 2 dice.
Now, can you proclaim booyah after you pass those cards over?
Ooh, good question. So can you booyah? Do you have to wait till it's your turn, or is it the very moment that you pick up your cards and see they all match? What do you guys think?
I think as soon as you have it, that'd be fun.
As soon as you have it,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So there's the nail biter factor. Could happen at any time. All right, go ahead. Yeah. 6. So you pass 6 to him.
Oh, thank you.
There you go. There's the strategy.
Yeah, I do need bigger hands.
Ooh, 8.
Oh,
8,
sorry.
yeah. All right, so 8 to Jack.
Now.
Because I have to eat.
You sure you want that?
Already got 23 cards. Yeah.
You can have this 2 of a, like 2 runs of the same suit too, because we have double.
8.
Right, but we're not worried about runs. We're just worried about all the same suit. Oh, you're giving me 8 more?
Wait, hang on.
I have 31 cards. That's 1 for every flavor of ice cream.
Booyah. Oh, wait, no, wait. Oh, wait, what? Dad, you gave me a really bad shovel hand.
Wait, what?
You showed this really bad, Dad.
What do you mean I show?
Never mind.
If you say booyah, you have to take my cards
Oh, I
Okay.
would have been so much closer had I noticed that.
Okay,
Wow.
12.
Wow.
So, and that goes 12 to you, right? Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're starting to cramp up.
Yeah, I kind of gave up on fanning them all out. I just,
And actually.
all right, let's see what that does for
When
you.
you call out booyah, it's like a running game.
Mhm.
It seems like let's say you had 15 of the same suit,
Mhm.
then you should get 15 points.
Okay,
And then whoever, everybody else, what they have the same suit, they pick their highest suit number,
Uh-huh.
but then they have to minus off all the other
Sure.
cards.
okay.
So you
Yeah.
can get into negative.
Oh, say, guys.
Oh, so what,
Oh, no.
what was our rule?
I was.
Every-
only have to be left in one color.
So,
Passed your
so
whole-
everybody pass all your cards ones to the right.
You got a really good hand.
Yeah, right on. Hey, Jack, you were doing really well.
I think we should have a time limit for each for each passerby will kind of force people to react quickly.
Yeah. No, I'm liking our game. I like our game. This is, yeah.
And I gotta organize this.
Ooh, almost snake eyes again. Missed it by a freckle.
How did you organize these? Yeah, not in suits though. There are clubs in the back and clubs in the middle.
See, remember one of the elements of a good game is it reveals the personality of the people playing the game. So I think you're learning stuff about your dad.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, so you passed.
So your turn.
So
6 to jack.
Oh, nobody passed me?
No,
Yeah, right. So I like this. There's a lot of chance involved, but there is an element of strategy of which cards to give and which cards to pass.
roll high. I need to roll high. Okay.
Yeah, you can play with one dice and one deck.
Right, yeah,
Okay, so I give it to you.
yeah,
Oh. You can call out booyah at any point.
yeah.
Booyah.
Oh, look at you. Yeah, so he won. All right. So there you go.
Be a terrible hand here.
So you were suggesting earlier though, then, so now we count up our cards.
Right. So,
Right.
so like.
So this is a pair?
So I actually, I booyah and I only have 5 cards, so I
Right.
only get 5 points.
Okay.
I get negative 20.
So you
Yeah.
pick the suit that you want, have the most of, and then you minus off this other cards that are not of that same suit.
So if you're gonna keep score, like for each round.
Uh-huh.
you do it that.
Okay.
Interesting.
So.
4,
Yeah.
I'm doing that one.
So I pick, so if I've got these, I choose, what do I choose?
You would pick the diamonds.
Right,
got
Because-
0.
So actually, you would have more points than I would. Because you only minus off 3 off of the, or so you get 4. So you get 4 points, right?
how are
So-
you coming
so-
up with 4?
So you have 3 clubs, which are
Right.
the ones that the suit you're not picking,
Okay,
and then you have how many diamonds? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
oh, so
7
this
diamonds, so you
minus
minus off
this.
3, so you get 4.
So what if I had, like Jack has more than 2 suits?
I have 0. I have 0 points.
Okay.
Unless we're going into the negatives, in which case I.
Yeah, you could go into negative.
No, we
Yeah.
shouldn't.
So I gave you the booyah.
What if it was a little more simple? What if I have, what do I have? 10 cards. So I have 10 points and points are bad.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, not
What if-
necessarily,
what if
because
we
you
go-
could you could
Well, so
technically
you
have booyah.
get 0.
Oh, booyah gets
You
0
want
on that.
booyah get 0.
I still don't like this.
And
I
every,
still don't like this.
yeah, you're still hosed either way, yeah.
You got a lot of points.
Right,
11.
so I would have 10, you would have kind of a high score, you'd have a lot.
19. 28.
Yeah,
I got an entire deck in my.
yeah,
That was fun.
yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
And then we could play rounds and say like first one to 100 lose, or the game's over at 100. And then whoever has the lowest score is the winner, something like that. All right,
You think maybe the person who calls booyah can subtract points from?
I think they just get 0, which is good,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
Look at that, we just invented the world's next hit game.
now we
Right?
need to call up the marketing team.
That's right, that's right. Yeah. And that's all Ames intellectual property now, by the way. That's-
Want me to separate those decks?
We'll get it later. All right, well, we got a little bit of time left. So let's play one more game and we'll keep those dice.
Oh, okay.
and everybody grab just a blank piece of paper, and we'll wrap up with this. You need a piece of paper and a pencil. Nothing magic about the paper. Jerry, you can play along if you want. We'll give you a turn. Oh, and Janine's back on, so Janine can play as well.
Paper small.
Doesn't matter, you're just gonna be keeping some score. Okay. In fact, let's play teams. Oops, man down. Let's play in teams, and let's say Janine and Jerry, you'll be a team, and Elin and I will be a team, and then if the two of you want to be a team, and Jack, if you and your dad want to be a team, and everybody will need a pair of dice. So I have a pair of.
Father doesn't want me.
If you want to switch it up, yeah, feel free. So I have a pair of dice with you, and maybe Jerry and Janine, you guys can take turns rolling the dice that was in your packet. So this game is called Pig, and this is a game of risk and reward. Would those need to go in there as well? Oh, we weren't playing with 2 full decks.
No wonder why I lost.
No wonder, that's it. People have been saying that about me for a long time. So, so here's how you play Pig. The goal of Pig is to score 100 points. When it is your team's turn, you'll roll the dice, and whatever the dice show, that's how many points you have. So in this case, in fact, Jack, throw me the foam dice there, I think, because on the camera, these will be easier to see. So if we roll 3s, then our score is 6. And then we can keep rolling and pretend we got 9. So now we've got 9, and then we roll again and we get 11 or 10. Okay.
Can we just do a running total of
Yeah, you can keep score pretty much however you want. There's no magic on how you keep score. And maybe this camera will
Get back in focus in just a second.
it kind of tends to
Like to blur in and out.
we can stop anytime. And when you stop on your turn, then so we have, what's that, 25 points? Okay. So at the end of our turn, we have 25 points. So you might be thinking, if you want to get to 100 and you can stop anytime, why would you ever stop? The reason is because anytime a 1 shows up, you lose your points for that turn, that round. Okay, so if we're rolling along, so let's say it's our next turn here and we roll 4, and then we roll again. Oh, look at that, we just lost our 4 points. And on our next turn, we start with whatever we had accumulated prior to this roll. Okay. That makes sense? All right.
Can you go
So-
over that one more time?
Yeah, so when you roll a 1, you lose any points that you had accumulated on that turn. So you're always risking, are we going to keep rolling and hope for more points? But every time we roll, we're risking losing what we have accumulated so far on this turn. Okay.
And always the optimist, what happens if we roll 101?
Oh, so first team that gets past 100, it doesn't matter if you hit it exactly, but 100 or more wins the game. Okay. And then so, because I have the dice, we'll go first. All right. So, so here's our roll. So we got 6. So do you want to roll again, or should we stop? Okay, so good. All right, so now we have 0. All right, so why don't you guys, ladies, why don't you go? And would you?
We started out with the 1, so you don't get.
Yeah, so you do that, so you still got 0. So Jack? So you're gonna roll again? And they have 0. All right, so Jerry and Janine?
Janine, you want to go ahead?
Okay, should I put my camera on so you can see my dice, maybe?
Well, I think we can trust you.
Okay.
I know they
Oh.
rolled a 50 with 2 dice. How'd you do that?
Well, I got a 5 and a 4, so that's
Okay.
9.
Yeah. So now you guys decide together whether you're gonna roll again.
Oh, and I got 2 1s, so I got 0.
There you go.
Got snake eyes.
Okay, so we'll roll 6 again. That's how we started last time. Yeah, at least one more. Ooh, 7. Okay.
One more.
Oh, nothing. All right.
So you don't keep the 6.
No,
Oh,
no, you go back to where you started that turn.
Gosh.
Wow.
8 again, or
Oh,
no?
you gotta go.
Oh, 11.
11. Okay, now you want.
I think we should stop. We are at 19. We'll be in the lead if we get this.
There you go. Okay, so now you start your next turn at 19, and if you roll a 1, you still have 19. You just don't accumulate anymore. All right, Double J's, you're up.
Okay, I guess I'll go. 7.
Okay.
Shall we go again, Janine?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, a 1 and a 4.
Oh,
No.
no.
All right, back to us. All right, we got 8. And 7. I think we should stop and at least get something.
What?
here.
No, we're still ahead of you. You can continue more.
Yeah, but we at least want to be on the board.
Okay, we're stopping.
You sure you're tied with them? You can keep on going.
It's a long way to go, Jack. Long way to go.
All right.
You gotta get better there. If you get over 12, then you can stop.
Yeah. Ooh, 10. I think we should. We're at 36 right now. Okay.
All right, so they're stopping there. All right, Janine and Jerry.
Okay. I got a 6 and a 4. Okay. Did you want to go again, Jerry? Oh, I guess that doesn't show my dice. There we go.
Yes, go for it.
Okay. Oh, I got a 1 and a 2.
Ah.
All right, so go ahead, Evan. Let's build on this 15 we got going here. Okay, 9. Yeah. Oh, back to 15. At least we have 15.
We're gonna stop there.
You didn't even ask your partner.
7 again. 9. We are currently at.
Guess I'm going to 11:30.
Let it ride.
Let it ride.
It said 10 o'clock on there and this one.
I don't even know what you got. They can just tell it from your reaction.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Jerry and Janine.
Fun game. Oop. Okay, here we go. Oh, geez, a 1 and a 2.
No,
Oh, that's funny.
As far as we know, these are fair dice. All right,
Wanna roll?
sure. Okay. 7. 11. Ooh, so that's 18. Should we, let's add on to that and stop?
Let's hold.
Okay, so we got 33.
Okay.
33, all right. Where you guys, what are you guys sitting at?
36.
Oh, okay. Oh, we got you. We got you in our sights.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, that's okay.
okay.
What'd you get?
26.
Okay, we have 26. We will do that.
8. Seven.
Okay.
I'll do it, I'll do it. 4. That is.
You're on a roll, I
We
think.
got 19. That's 55 right now.
Remember the name of the game? It's called Pig. For a reason.
I think you're gonna be fine.
6.
I think you should stop.
What's up?
All right.
Math. 25. 61.
61, all right. Carrie and Janine, got a long way to catch up here.
A long way from 0. Okay.
You never,
Oh, I got snake eyes.
Oh, gosh.
all right, go ahead.
We were sent the bad dice.
All right. 8,
Sure feels like it.
9. One more. 7, yeah. Stop there or go? Okay, we're gonna stop there. So 17, no, 16, 24. We got 27 or 57.
5.
Up to 100, yeah. 100 or 1130, whichever comes first.
Okay, we're gonna stop.
All right. And what do you guys have?
We have 13.
Total?
No.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
10.
One.
7.
I get a less than.
One more.
Yeah.
One more.
Let's see, what's the name of the game again? All right. Go ahead, Jerry and Janine.
I think
Sorry,
it's Jerry's
my
turn.
turn, I think it is, right?
Yes, Jerry.
Wait, was that your roll?
Oops. Oh, wait a minute, one fell off.
No,
What
I
is it?
just switched dice just for when
Oh,
we
okay,
do it
okay.
again.
5. I got 5.
I think we should keep it.
Should we try one more time?
I don't know.
All right, I'll honor that. We'll keep our 5.
Okay. Oh, I think, Janine's camera's showing up just because
I
she was
switched one of my dice out.
yeah. Okay, so here we go. Go ahead, Elin. Ooh, nice.
Oh, they're ahead of us.
An
Oh,
8.
they're very ahead of us.
Yeah.
75.
Oh, all right. No, we're
at 57.
we're at 57. We rolled a 1.
That's snake eyes.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, back to Jerry and Janine again already.
Okay. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's still snake eyes.
I think we really did send you bum dice. I'm not sure.
I know. I'm ready to go to my dice box and look.
All right, 7, 8. One more?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, you're at 72.
6.
58.
Up there?
Yeah.
1. Okay, all right.
78.
So 14, 21, yeah, 78. Okay.
Yeah.
46.
All right, there you go.
55, I believe.
Uh-oh.
Okay, you're rolling next time, Jack.
Yeah. All right, Jerry, Janine.
Okay, let's
Okay,
cross our
Jerry.
fingers and our toes. 6.
Yay!
Do we stop?
Yes! I don't know.
Stop here at 6.
We'll try one more time. How about one more time?
Okay, yeah, it doesn't matter.
Oh my gosh. A 5 and a 1.
Are you guys still, you're still at 0 then, right?
No, we have
No, we
5
got-
points.
5 points.
Oh, 5, okay. Oh, that's us.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, so
Nope, no.
No, sorry.
6.
Ooh,
yeah,
you're
well.
really rude. Okay, we're stopping.
18.
55. They're slow.
That's all right.
6.
Ooh, oh, what will it be?
7. Currently
I
at
don't know, you guys, Jerry and Jeannie, you couldn't see that, but when he rolled the die, it just started spinning on its corner for a long time.
12.
Ooh,
That is 18, 25, 86 at the moment.
Oh.
Would you like to stop? No, I can't make
is he going one more?
now stop.
Oh, I wanted you to go one more.
Don't be greedy.
All right, Janine and Jerry.
Come on,
Okay.
Janine.
We're all rooting for you.
Yay! We got 7.
We're
Should
all
we
rooting for
stop?
you.
Or keep on going because it doesn't matter.
We better just keep going. We don't have many more chances.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we
Very
got
good.
7 plus 8. We got 15.
Let it ride.
Let it ride.
Chris is over there
Go
rooting
for
for you.
We're playing craps.
Okay, I got 6 more, so we're at 21.
Woo.
Oh, keep on going.
Keep on going.
What are we
Okay.
gonna lose? Somebody's gonna win the next round, probably.
Up. Okay, now we're at
Yeah.
31.
Yeah.
Go for it. Hence the name of the game.
Oh!
Oh.
Oh.
Oh my goodness, that's so
Okay.
silly.
We're close.
We're close.
We could go all the way
We're
here.
close.
Look at that, 9.
All right.
There it's 87.
5.
82.
One more for the win.
Sure. Let's go for it.
Oh.
Eight.
It's 100 exactly.
100,
100 exactly.
Woo! For the win. All right. All right. So that's how you play pig. So here's some fun variations on that. I used to play this with my junior high students all the time. So one variation is if you get doubles, you don't add, but you multiply.
Oh.
So this would be worth 9, not 6.
Oh.
This would be 25 instead of 10,
36.
right? But the rule that goes along with that is if you roll double ones,
Good thing.
you don't just lose from your turn, you lose everything and go back to 0.
Ah.
So that's kind of a, yeah.
Wow, I had a lot of snake eyes.
Snakes and ladders all over again, yeah. But it really is a matter of, it's a great just lesson in risk and reward. Do we risk? Do we hold on and wait for something better? Or do we risk it all and lose everything? So that's kind of fun. Another variation is, and we would have done fine, but if you don't hit 100 exactly, you fall back to say 75 or something. So you have to actually hit 100 right on the nose. So lots of different variations with that. So, all right, fun stuff. Let's go back to. Get back to our. Oops. There we go. All right. Oh, we're way back up there. All right. So that's kind of all we have time for today. If anybody needs an attendance certificate, you could shoot the QR code here, and that will send you to a form, and we can get a certificate to you that says you were here today. At any time, if you want to share on the Padlet, maybe some other favorite games or game ideas. I like the game we invented. That was kind of, that came out really quick. We might have to look for a new name. I think that one was copyrighted, but you know, we'll get there.
Booyah.
Booyah. Or just switch them. Yaboo. Yeah. Yeah. On February the 10th will be our next play shop, and our associate director Aileen Rizzo is going to lead us with that, and she's been doing a lot of work with pictures and art and STEAM connections with that, and what exactly is it about pictures that move our emotions. So we would love to have you join us for that. You can go to the Ames website and sign up for that. I know Chris will be sending out an email blast sometime in probably late January for people to register for that. So we'd love to have you join us, either in person or online. And unless anybody's got anything else, we'll say thanks for joining us for our games today, and have a great rest of your Saturday.
Thank you.
Yeah, Jerry and Janine, thanks for chiming in. Great to see you guys.
Good to see you again, Scott.
Yeah, you too, Jerry.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Have a good
Bye.
day.
Thank you. I love that picture.